Good day, I'm Akrystalita. This is the poster for my project. My project is the smart bidirectional counter system. The problem statement for my project is that workers frequently forgot to switch off lights and air conditioning after working hours. The description of my project is that a lot of energy is wasted due to appliances run needlessly after working hours. Well, as a result, my system will employ a bidirectional counter based on IR sensors. The infrared sensors will track who enters and exits the room. Then the LCD will show the number of persons who have entered, departed, and still present inside the room. The LEDs are exclusively controlled by the counter. However, the air conditioner operated by the relay is controlled by both the counter and the temperature sensors. The microprocessor for my project is the Arduino Uno. And then, if there is no one inside the room, someone comes, the lights will turn on. But if no one is inside the room or the last person leaves, then the lights will switch out. Then if there are people in the room and the temperature rises beyond the specific threshold, the air conditioner will automatically turn on to cool the room. Then, however, if there's no one inside the room, even if the temperature rises, the air conditioner will not turn on. Then, the components for my project are the Arduino Uno, 2 infrared sensors, the DHT11, the relay module, the DC motor, the LCD, LED, the resistors, breadboard, and the USB power supply, which supplies 5 volts. For my poster, I have a block diagram which contains the Arduino Uno as the microprocessor with the inputs and the outputs. Then, this schematic here shows the connection of my project on the breadboard. Then here is my schematic connection on the PCB. Then for my project, I have a start. Then after the start, I initialize the components. Then after initializing the components, it goes to the IR sensor. Then the first IR sensor detect objects and the counter less than 0. If it's less than 0 and the statement is true, then the LED turns on. Then the counter increment. Then it goes to the DH11. Then if the temperature rises and it's less than 22 degrees, then the statement is true for that case. Then the relay is deactivated. After being deactivated, then the DC turn off. If the DC is off, then the second IR sensor detect the object, and if the statement is again true, then the counter will decrement. After the counter decrements, then the LCD will display the results. Then for the IR sensor number 1, if the statement is false, the LED will turn off and the DC fan will also turn off. Then the results will also be displayed. It will also be displayed on the LCD, which are obviously the number of people who entered the room, the number of people who exited the room, and the number of people who are still inside the room. Then here is my project. As you can see, there's no one inside. Then inside here is the connection of my project. This is the DHT11. This one is the DC motor. these two are the IR sensors, that is the breadboard, and here is the connection of my project. Then as soon as someone enters, the IR sensor will sense, and then again if someone enters, you can see that 2 people went inside and currently there are 2 people. Then if someone comes out, again the IR sensor, the second IR sensor will sense that. Then we can see on the LCD that there are 2 people who entered, only 1 person left. Then currently there's only 1 person left inside. Then, as I said before, if the temperature rises, as you saw that when there's no one, if the temperature rises, the DC motor won't even go on to cool the room. But then as soon as people go inside and the temperature is high, the DC motor then cools the room, as you can see. Thank you very much. That's my project.